What does it say when a country that is war-torn, that has many problems, and is in the public eye because of some of the worst living conditions and humanitarian crises the world has ever seen, decides to sponsor a world-class football team? In this video today, we're going to take a look at the actions of the Democratic Republic of Congo as they spend $50 million on promoting themselves as a holiday destination to the West. For those of you that don't know me, my name is TJ. I'm Nigerian and British mixed. And on this channel, we talk about African geopolitics. So let's start off with the information on exactly what has happened. There's an article here that says Barcelona agrees shirt sponsorship deal with war-torn DR Congo. Barcelona players will have DR Congo, Heart of Africa, emblazoned on the back of their training shirts for the start of next season, after the top Spanish football team agreed to a 4-year deal with the Central African country. The partnership reportedly cost Democratic Republic of Congo 44 million euros, $50 million, or 38 million pounds, although the club has not disclosed the figure it will receive. A rebel group has sieged large parts of DR Congo this year, although a ceasefire has recently been agreed. The arrangement has faced criticism from some Congolese who have questioned their government's priorities, especially as its own football league has been plagued by chronic underfunding for years. So we're in a situation where a country that cannot fund its own national league, which no doubt Congo, its 100 million population, is likely to produce a lot of football talent. But personally, I think the question of whether it should invest in another country's football league versus its own is a low priority conversation. Just last week, 40 people died in a terrorist attack in a church in eastern DRC. It was done by an Islamic extremist organization, and it is an absolutely blood-curdling, ruthless act that they performed. And a country that has a 3.2 million national debt is spending $50 million to promote itself to who exactly and for what purpose? Is tourism the kind of focus that the DRC needs to have right now? And remember, this is in the backdrop of a preliminary peace deal that is supposedly going to be finalized in the coming weeks in Washington, where the United States are brokering a peace deal because of the ongoing conflict happening, which involves Rwanda and other players. So I think it's absolutely right for people to question the priorities of the country. Maybe that $50 million could go to the people suffering in that region. Maybe it could go to rehousing some people, moving them out of the conflict zone. Maybe it could be put into the efforts to analyze how this problem can be fixed and solved. Because year after year, day after day, people are displaced and people are killed. There is a whole lawless area of Congo that the government has very little control over. This includes independent rebel groups and even child soldiers. This area has been in this type of conflict for over 20 years. And while I know that Congo is a huge place, is now the time to invite Westerners, foreigners, to come and spend holidays and vacations in the country. I would love to know exactly how much revenue that would bring in. Surely it would not be as much revenue as if the war-torn parts of Congo could be stabilized. Certainly it would be cheaper in terms of lives lost, but I have a feeling it would be financially cheaper as well. The authorities have defined the agreement, saying that it will raise the profile of the country. As part of the deal, Barcelona Camp Nou Stadium will host what the club called an immersive exhibition to showcase the cultural diversity and sporting tradition of DRC Congo. The country's sports minister, Didier Boudimbu, told BBC Focus on Africa that the agreement includes training camp in Spain for 50 young Congolese players and 10 coaches. I mean, it better include something for $50 million. That's one hell of an expensive training camp. This is not the first time they've done this. It says here, DRC Congo has signed similar deals with Italian side AC Milan and French team AS Monaco. Last month, Boudimbu described the deal with Monaco as part of a strategy to reposition DR Congo as a leader in tourism and investment opportunities. As much as I want to say that this is a good idea, I just really don't think it is. The DR Congo logo is not even going to be on the main shirt that they're playing with in front of millions of people every day. It's on the training camp shirt. It just seems like a lot of money for not the kind of full exposure that I would expect. I wonder what a $50 million well planned out social media campaign would have done. I wonder what a $50 million humanitarian aid package would have done. And I'm clearly not alone in holding this position, but some think the money should rather be spent in the country. When you talk about tourism, it should be about things to see when people come here. For me, rather than investing in that money abroad, they should invest that money to build the country first. Muzinga Lemfu, resident of capital Kinshasa, told the BBC. But another resident, Freddie Kibengele, saw the advantages of the deal and said it was happy to show DR Congo off to the world and also bring tourists to the country. Since 2018, DR Congo's regional rival, Rwanda, has a sponsorship deal with English side Arsenal, promoting tourism in the country with the slogan, Vista Rwanda, on the sleeves of the players' shirts. French team Paris Saint-Germain and German side Bayern Munich have similar deals. Now, Rwanda is a totally different case because Rwanda as a country is stable and doesn't have this kind of problem right now. At least nowhere to the scale that DRC Congo does. You had Lewis Hamilton visiting last year. Rwanda have even applied to be the first African nation to host a Formula One race. These have also come under fire, especially as Rwanda has been accused of backing rebels in DR Congo in devastating conflict in the east, which it denies. In February, DR Congo Foreign Minister Teresa Kikwambam Wagner wrote to the clubs questioning the morality of the arrangement. Well, I think you can say exactly the same about DR Congo with Barcelona. What is the morality of the arrangement? 40 people died last week, for goodness sake. The Rwanda government dismissed the accusations of sport washing as a distraction. Some critics of the Congolese government have expressed concern that the European deals could overshadow the fighting in the East and the authorities' troubling human rights record. Exactly. I'm on board with that point of view. In June, Rwanda and DR Congo signed a peace deal aimed at ending decades of fighting. In 2023, a deal with South Africa's tourism board, pursued with Tottenham Hotspur, did not come to fruition after complaints from the public. You see, even the public have given their concerns about this. African leaders need to really get their priorities straight. In my opinion, this is a luxury move. And this kind of spits in the face of the people that are really struggling in the war-torn areas. You know, when I was doing the research for this video and I looked up the national debt of the DRC, I found that it was $3.23 billion. And it's actually criminal that a country that has $32 trillion in unrealized minerals and daily is shipping out raw minerals all over the world has this kind of debt. It just doesn't make sense. So there are huge and massive challenges. I mean, think about that amount, $3.23 billion. That's less than what Elon Musk bought Twitter for. Which, side note, you think about someone like Bill Gates, who's always talking about helping Africa. He's here with his GMO foods, doing all of his foundation agenda stuff, which, you know, I'm not a big fan of at all. He literally has the wealth to just cancel DRC's debt. And I say all of that to say this, there is so much more under the surface. There's so much more complications. There is so much more that we don't know about what's going on in these countries. It's a complex, difficult, volatile situation. Trump thinks he can fix it with a stroke of a pen. Rwanda blame Congo, Congo blame Rwanda. Meanwhile, child soldiers and rebels go on and commit all kinds of crimes and atrocities just so they can make their bread and butter from raw materials that go to corporations, countries, and more. I'm definitely on the side of DR Congo fixing their internal issues, cleaning up the war-torn areas, finding a way to be friendly and peaceful with its neighbors and borders, and then thinking about how investment and also tourism can come in and they can build on top of there. It seems to me that they're putting their priorities in the wrong place. What do you guys think out there? I would love to know. Maybe I'm wrong about this. Maybe you have an insight that I haven't seen. But if you have nothing to say, would it be too much for me to ask you to write the words "peace in Eastern Congo" in the comment section? It just lets me know that you watched the video to the end, you like the channel, you like what I'm doing, and you want me to continue. Thank you so much for watching this video today, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.